Okay, so hello guys, and welcome to another stream. And today I will be playing Super Mario 64 DS again. And yeah, I see Soshi is in the chat here. Yeah, I actually have Yoshi on the screen here. I can actually switch it so you can see. Yeah, I've always liked this feature here that you can kind of like draw things on here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? That they have some like interactive stuff with the DS
Yeah.
touchscreen. I mean, like that was isn't Super Mario 64 DS a launch game, right?
Yeah. Actually, I need the... Okay. Just need to do something on Discord real quick. Because for some reason, I have a bot that usually promotes my videos and streams, but for some reason it doesn't really do, all of them. But yeah, it should be working now. But yeah, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Sagoon the Pikachu fan said, I graduate college tomorrow. Congratulations! I just finished my first year of college. So yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's...
graduate pretty soon too. Well, technically, the graduation thing I have is like in June, so you know it's finished now.
Yeah, I need to check something real quick. But yeah, so if you didn't see my last Super Mario 64 DS stream, I actually added analog controls because I'm playing it on Wii U Virtual Console, so you can actually add that. So, because since I've a botted Wii U, well, it's on
Does it work pretty
specifically.
well with it?
Yeah, it actually works pretty well. Like as you can see here, it kind of controls basically how it would in the original version of Super Mario 64. So yeah,
Interesting. Cause like it doesn't feel like four directions or anything. Like it doesn't feel like
no,
that.
it actually feels like it's full like analog movement here.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, cause I remember hearing about it a while ago. Cause well, I tried like the modded, like the port version on the 3DS, and that was pretty cool. But that's pretty neat. Especially with all the extra content in the game. It'd be fun to play it in that way. Have you also heard about in terms of like um compiling games and stuff? Have you heard about Paper Mario 64 being completed
Yes.
in terms of the? Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
super
heard about
cool.
that.
Yeah, they've completely compiled the entire game,
Yeah,
and it
that's
feels like it was a
exciting.
lot faster than it was kind of like I don't know. I think they went pretty fast towards the end. So I remember kind
Yeah.
of keeping up on it, and then it just completed pretty quickly. And apparently they still have to do some things to get the game working on like actual like devices. Or get like the game kind of like in a playable state, because right now it just isn't. Once it's playable, hopefully then we'll see ports of it to different
Yeah.
systems.
I really hope
Um,
there will be a 3DS port of it because it would be nice to finally play a good Paper Mario game on the 3DS.
yeah, and it'd be neat to see just how people can add like custom textures and RTX and all these fun things,
Yeah.
like when Mario 64. So that's what I'm hoping to see. It should be pretty cool, because I think like that's one of the major ones that completed. So I'm really excited to see it hopefully a lot sooner than later, because I think yeah, it'd be really cool to play it on different systems.
I really like how Goomboss reappeared in Mario 64 DS and Mario Kart DS. Yeah, that was really interesting. And I actually on my last Mario 64 DS stream I fought Goomboss, but yeah, that was a really cool reference. and I wish they would have like had Goombas appear in more more like either mainline Mario games or Mario spin-offs.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I find that when it comes to like spin-offs, Nintendo doesn't really like to bridge the gap between them, you know? They kind of like to isolate each of them, like Luigi's Mansion or Paper Mario or um even like Donkey Kong as well. So it's pretty interesting when they actually like in the past especially they've done that a lot where they combine things together like that. The Mario movie did it
Yeah.
like crazy though, which is pretty cool to see, but in terms of like Nintendo, they don't really like to merge different parts of the Mario franchise together. So
You know, with Mario 64 DS, I kind of like the visual style in this game more than the original. Like even though it kind of like has that compressed DS look, I feel like that kind of adds to the charm. Um, and I
I
like
wonder
I
I was gonna say I wonder on the Wii U Virtual Console thing if you could like is the resolution is non HD, right?
yeah, I think the resolution is about like kind of how it was on the DS because if it was at a higher resolution, you'd be able to see like the models would stand out a little
Mm-hmm.
more. That's usually like when I emulate DS games, like the models usually kind of pop out when I have a higher resolution on there.
Yeah. That was probably the best way to play the game though.
Yeah, and I feel like 64 DS, I've always preferred this over the original version of Mario 64. I mean, like, even though the original has better controls, I feel like I like the content in 64 DS more.
Yeah. There's a lot more stuff that they've added, especially there's like the new levels, right?
Yeah, like the for Goombas, for example, is in a new level.
Hmm. I wonder if we're gonna see a new Mario game though.
I feel like it's probably going to be fairly soon.
I think this holiday that would make a lot of sense because after the Mario movie, really there's nothing else, is there?
Yeah,
So we probably will get a new game. So although it feels like so many series that are kind of concluding, so it's like I expect them to do a new console by now. It would have made so much sense for them to do with Tears of the Kingdom, like the next iteration of the Switch. Like that would have been the
yeah,
best opportunity. I don't know why they didn't take it, but maybe they. I don't know. It is a bit strange because I feel like a lot of a series are wrapping up on the Switch. Like, I don't think we're gonna get another mainline or major Pokemon game. Do you think? Are we gonna get like another remake or generation?
yeah. I
Probably
don't
not.
know.
You know, we probably are pretty much finished for, you know, a lot of Nintendo franchises on the Switch. Like, we're not gonna get another Animal Crossing or Smash Bros. Or, you know, and like maybe Luigi's Mansion 4, but that's a bit of a stretch, you know? We're not gonna get another Splatoon game, obviously. Xenoblade on the Switch is pretty much finished. Um, you know, unless they do like a Xenoblade X, something like that. Maybe Zelda we could see the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker ports, but other than that, I feel like everything's wrapping up. So I don't really
Yeah,
see like unless they put in a few smaller games this year, maybe next year, like earlier next year, and then they release the console, that would probably be the most likely. But I don't know, they need a good holiday this year. I feel like last year wasn't that good of a holiday in terms of Nintendo content. Like, what do you think about last year's?
Yeah, because
It was
we got like a pretty
rough
yeah,
game.
pretty rough Pokemon game, and just yeah, that was
Yeah, it was
weird.
that.
Like I
Fire
was
plus Rabbids, like that also came up, but that's also now on discount.
yeah.
Like that game is like
Though I
half price now.
though with that game, I thought it was amazing, but
It is a
what?
good game.
Yeah.
Like they just discounted so much so quickly. I guess it didn't reach their sales numbers. I don't know exactly, but
Well,
sure.
I feel like they usually do that with Ubisoft games.
Yeah, but it's like so soon. Like I know even like a few days I remember like or weeks like for Christmas I got it, but like it was such a cheap price because they were just trying to really I don't know, I found it a bit weird. Like the game's value didn't hold for very long. And it feels kind of like a scam because you wait like a few more weeks and you just get like the game like so much cheaper, you know? I found that kind of weird. Like it's almost like an early bird kind of thing. I don't know. Like so that I don't
Yeah.
quite like. But I mean the game is great, you know, but I found that was weird. Splatoon 3 pretty successful, but I feel like the game didn't really wow us as much as it probably should
Yeah,
have.
I feel like it would have benefited from like a bigger new mode. Like I like the story
Yeah.
mode in it, but I feel like it kind of needed like a hook kind
It
of.
needed something else off the hook, you know? It needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needed like a new mode. I mean, you know, I feel like Splatoon 2 added way more than Splatoon 3 did. I mean, I know it was like the card mode, but like that's kind of extra thing, right? So I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it's a good game, but it didn't exactly do much. But then other than that, you know, there was Bayonetta 3, and I think Platinum Games was happy with that. But again, that isn't gonna be anything that is going to be too crazy. But I mean, other than that, yeah, the holiday season wasn't exactly amazing. I feel like the other years of the Switch's years were way better, even 2018.
Yeah. Well, especially in
So
2018 had like an
Smash
yeah,
Bros.
and then a Pokemon game that wasn't extremely buggy, and Super Mario Party, like an actual, well, I mean,
Yeah,
a first party Mario game, not like one made by
yeah. And then there was even like, and in 2019 you had Sword and Shield, which was actually like, you know, it wasn't the best game, but at least it like didn't
well, we also had
like
Luigi's
glitch
Mansion
out.
3 as well.
Yeah, a very high quality game. Like that's an amazing game. And then Link's Awakening as well in September. It was a good few months there in 2019. There were so many great games releasing.
Yeah.
There's also Ring Fit Adventure. Like don't forget about that. You know
Yeah.
that game. That game actually did really well for sales wise.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about
So
how it did and everything.
yeah. So overall, Nintendo had a lot of good
Hey, look,
like later halves.
L is real. 2401. Yeah, and
No way.
but L is actually real in this game cuz
You can
Luigi's
play as
actually
him.
playable.
And then like 2020 holiday season, and then even just 2020 was kind of insane with like remember all the leaks that were
Yeah.
happening with that year was like full of Nintendo stuff. With L, it was actually real.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was pretty insane. Like that, and remember like all the rumors about like Mario, the Mario 3D All Stars, the Mario Collection.
Yeah. And then also Paper Mario got leaked before that.
Yeah, and I remember the person who leaked that game also said some stuff, and they had some insider info because it was like February, right? And I remember like the person was like, they had basically said a Paper Mario game is coming with RPG mechanics, right? Which they were not entirely wrong.
Yeah, because it was like a half
Uh,
return the form with Origami King.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, they were just kind of probably making a guess on that information specifically. But in terms of everything they said, I remember they said they had posted an image of like the Guardian costume in Smash Bros. And it was like something Zelda. Like they were kind of teasing something Zelda, right? With a Guardian costume. And guess what game came
Yeah.
out later that year? Age of Calamity. So they were right with that. They were so right. And also they posted some Mario Kart image. And they were saying like Mario Kart as well. And also Mario Kart Live Home Circuit came out.
Yeah.
So like I remember seeing that, I was just like, wait. They knew some stuff there. So that was pretty crazy, I remember.
Upside down.
Like their Twitter account got taken down. I remember.
Oh, so she said upside down L is real. Yeah.
Exactly. See that was, I mean, that was a pretty good year for games. Even like the holiday season for 2020 was pretty good, to be honest. You know, 3D All Stars, you know, that came out. You also had Mario Kart Live, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and there's something else I'm missing there. There was something else.
Oh wait, what were the games that you mentioned so far?
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Let's see. 2020 Switch games.
Paper Mario, Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I guess like the later half though was.
The later
Age
half.
of Calamity and Paper Mario. And I guess the stuff in the 3D All Stars and some of the other things like Mario 35. So I mean, it was okay. I mean, which one would you say is better, a 2020 holiday season or 2022 holiday season?
I would say probably 2022 because 2020 that was just kind of weird with how that
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, really the only because 3D All Stars was a port, and I feel like Age of Calamity.
Really enjoy Age of Calamity as much, so I don't know. I would say probably 2022 is the better one, but yeah, I'd probably say 2022. But obviously 2020 was understandable why maybe it didn't have.
Yeah.
But with like 2022, it's, you know, it's a bit weird, I think. I feel like each season, you know, each holiday season should have just gotten better and better, right? But I feel like we kind of went back a bit.
Yeah.
So.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about Tears of the Kingdom now. But with Tears of the Kingdom, I'm glad that we're finally getting like a really big game now, because it seemed like a lot of the other, like, over the past, I've like, it's been a while since we've gotten a game on this scale from Nintendo. So
yeah, it has been a really long while. I guess the last main game everyone was kind of just really excited about was Animal Crossing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I can't really think of a game where just everyone's super excited and like want to get it, you know? Because obviously some other games have released that I really enjoyed that have, you know.
I would say Mario Party,
but like
Mario Party Superstars was
yeah,
kind of up there.
That was pretty good, but it wasn't to the same like level,
yeah,
right? Like neither it was Splatoon or Xenoblade 3, you know, like those games weren't really quite there either. I found Pokemon.
I'm wearing the Wario hat now.
Yeah. Nice. See, Sig and the Pikachu fan says Sword and Shield was a wash. Link's Awakening was an overpriced remake, and Yoshi's Crafted World is a downgrade from Woolly World. And then Mario Maker 2 is either here or there.
I kind of disagree that Link's
Yeah, me
Awakening is
too.
because Link's Awakening is actually one of my favorite remakes.
They did such a good job with that game. Like, I will agree that I think they should have priced it a bit lower for what the
Yeah,
game is.
like at
To be
50
honest,
probably.
yeah, but it honestly, like, that doesn't mean it's like a really short game or anything. Like, it's not like a 1 hour game, you know. It's quite there's quite a lot of stuff to do in it, and I feel like the fact is that as a Game Boy game, it's really impressive, and you know, it just shows how well that game held up. But it's a really great game. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like it's a game that you can just replay over and over again too, because it isn't too crazy. So I don't know. I think it was a great addition to the Switch library. I just think the problem with the game was that it should have just been a little cheaper, like Metroid Prime
Yeah.
Remastered. I think if they did that that price point, would have been better. Like, I'm surprised they priced Link's Awakening at full price and not Metroid Prime Remastered. That I find really funny. Um. So yeah, that is pretty weird, to be honest.
You know,
But
what I find weird now is that we don't really know anything about after Pikmin 4, we don't really know anything about
no,
Nintendo's second half of the
nothing.
year.
Yeah,
Like I'm
honestly,
wondering
it is kind of weird.
I wonder if the new console will release like in the second half of the year.
Yeah, because like I find everything's kind of like culminating. Like, if you notice, even Mario Kart, the DLC ends in December, I'd assume, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it for Mario Kart. I mean, after that, that's it for that.
Yeah,
You
and then,
know,
and then it would make a lot of sense to release a new 3D Mario game with a new
yeah.
console.
Like, even NSO, I would assume that's finished. Like, what else consoles will they add maybe beside a Sega console? You know,
Yeah,
like
though I
you
feel
know,
like they could be like for the next console, I feel like they could be doing something like they could possibly be doing more with that, like maybe DS games. They could find a way to do
maybe
something like that.
if the new console maybe can support that stuff, maybe. But really, as it stands now, I don't see what else you can really do unless you introduce like the Virtual Boy or something.
Yeah.
So that's why I also think, like, at this point we pretty much got all the systems we want. You know, the GameCube, obviously that'd be a great one to have. But at this point, I think they're going in this direction of remastering games instead of playing them, because you know those games are large files anyways. So, you know, but that's pretty much finished. You know, I'm just kind of looking at, like, in general, really, what else can Nintendo really do aside from maybe a few more ports here and there, which they can instead do for the next console as well. You know, they're not in a rush to do that
Yeah.
stuff. So, you know, like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, those I thought we were going to get on the Switch, but we might get them in the next console, right? So, yeah, I don't exactly know what's going on with that. Like, even the Xenoblade series, like, what's gonna be the future of that, you know? Going forward.
You know, I find it so really weird that they released Splatoon 3 just last
Yeah,
year.
exactly.
Like,
Like,
why didn't they
Splatoon,
wait for a new console to do that?
I know it should have been for the next console. I don't know why they didn't. They were like, you know, guys, you know, everyone has been asking for, and then like someone says, oh, a new Chibi Robo game, and then they get like flown off of the building. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, Splatoon 3. It's like, but don't we already have Splatoon 2, and people are actually playing it and selling pretty okay? I mean, it has DLC. We can just add more content, and then they're like, Miyamoto's just like, you're fired. And then and then it's like, oh, we're making Splatoon 3, and also get Splatoon 4 in development as well. Oh yeah, because we know we just need to add a few different things, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Like, as of right now, I feel like the Switch, like even Nintendo's games, the amount that they've been releasing has been a little bit like. Is it just me, or has it been a bit slower? In terms of,
Yeah.
like, main releases.
Yeah, I definitely feel like things have been slowing down. Though Pikmin 4 was definitely a nice surprise.
Yeah. I also find, in terms of, like, Nintendo hasn't really made a lot of those smaller games that are like eShop games. Like, they used to do so many of those, especially in the earlier days of the Switch. Where
Yeah.
they just launched like small eShop games. we haven't really got any of those in a long while. Like the last one was a port of like Part-Time UFO. So that's why I'm also a bit confused. Like they haven't done anything with that. Intelligent Systems, you know, who knows what they're going to be working on next, right?
Probably
Like Fire
Paper
Emblem as
Mario.
well. Like, are they going to really make another Fire Emblem game for the Switch? Probably not.
Engage kind of made sense because that's like a single player game.
Exactly.
So yeah, that
But,
still
like,
made
you
sense
know,
for the Switch.
But like 3 Fire Emblem games on the Switch, I mean, it's definitely possible, but you know, most of the Switch stuff has like 2 entries at this point of that series. One earlier and one later. I don't know. I like even Mario Party. We're gonna have another Mario Party. I know the GameCube had like 4, but like, yeah, it's so funny. Like 4 Mario parties on the same console.
Yeah.
And you could also pick up the Game Boy Player and play the advanced one, so you could play 5 on the same console. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what Nintendo's gonna do going forward. I think they pretty much done most of the stuff, right? And the next Mario game, yeah, probably will be for the next console. But yeah, Jack Attack Gaming, but we probably are gonna see a sort of something from Nintendo soon, either a trailer or a direct. The thing is, I'm worried they won't do a direct at all because they didn't do one last year in June. Like, do you think they're gonna do one?
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's so weird, like the position that they're in right now.
Cause like I feel like we're just gonna go with nothing, and then all we're gonna really get in the next few months are just Mario Kart stuff, NSO games. Like, have they even updated the Game Boy Advance library yet?
Yeah, well, they did it once with Metroid,
right?
Yeah, but they haven't updated
yeah.
it since then. Which is so, it seems like they're alternating between Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Advance, which is stupid because there's so many games for Game Boy Advance that they can add, but they're now adding them at a slower pace than what they added for Nintendo 64.
Because they're alternating them now. That's so dumb. I mean, the N64 only probably has like a few more major titles left, right? From like what was shown.
Yeah.
We got everything.
I think we have Pokemon Stadium 2, Mario Party 3, which I'm surprised Mario Party 3 hasn't happened yet. Then a bunch of the other, like, I think they're saving, like, the, I think, like, Excitebike. Yeah, some of those other, like, sports-related ones they've been kind of saving.
Snowboarding, is that there yet?
Yeah, I think that one's planned to be on there, but yeah, it's...
Yeah, that is kind of weird. I mean, honestly, that probably will be it for N64. I feel like the last one they probably might do is Banjo-Tooie, and like that's it.
Or Donkey Kong 64, because that was on Wii U.
Actually, and Donkey Kong 64 as well, yeah. I feel like those they're gonna do like maybe a smaller final wave because they're kind of running out of like main Nintendo games that, you know, because there's probably some that they won't put on there, but maybe some of Rare's titles, but obviously Nintendo doesn't have the largest library on the N64 anyways. Like it's pretty large, but it's not like,
yeah,
you know, most of them are there anyways at this point, right? So but the Game Boy Advance has so many great ones. The thing is, they're also in a weird position because like they're obviously not going to put Advance Wars 1 plus and 2 on there, right? So you're not gonna get that.
Though, to be fair, Link's Awakening is on the
actually, that's true as well. Link's Awakening's there.
Though
the Mario parties, you could technically say the mini games are on there as well.
Though I feel like it might be like a year at least, maybe even after the next Nintendo console is out, until they put like
those games on there.
Yeah, but I do feel like they are gonna put them on there at some point.
Yeah, even like Golden Sun, those games.
Oh yeah, Golden Sun is actually planned for it.
Yeah.
It's taking them. It's taking them so long to add those Game Boy Advance games onto there.
Even like Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Well, actually, Game Boy Color Nintendo doesn't have that much stuff that's actually like.
Though with the
first party stuff isn't really large.
Though there is
everything that they planned is pretty much everything that they have on the system, anyways. So.
Though I do feel like they do have a lot missing for the regular Game Boy.
Yeah, like where is Super Mario Land? Like that's such a basic
And then also the
title.
Oracle games. I know that was a Game Boy Color game, but yeah, that's
They
another
did
one.
announce those, so that those are coming. But like I'm surprised, like whereas even like the basic Game Boy games like tennis, like where is that? Like like that should have just been included from day one, like those 5 original games. I mean actually there's Tetris there, which is good. But where's like all the other ones? And even I'm surprised that they haven't done a lot more, you know, like more of their niche games. Um, but I guess we'll probably wait and see. I mean, they'll have a lot of games that they can put on Game Boy since it's a large library, right? So I'm hoping to see more Data East titles since they appear to be putting them because they put Burger Time Deluxe. So I
Yeah.
assume that we're probably gonna get some other games from Data East. So probably see that. Um, but yeah, I don't really know. Jack Dog says, what if they announced PlayStation 1 and a Sony Direct? Well, Sony would probably be panicking and send like the entire they probably send their entire like PlayStation ninjas if they have those to Nintendo's like
The Nintendo ninjas would probably win, to be
yeah
fair.
they have like an entire like war and it'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, then Sony would start putting Nintendo games onto their thing without Nintendo's permission. It would just be an all-out.
And then we get like the Link's Awakening. No, then we get like the like the CDI games that happen when Nintendo
Yeah.
was working with the Philips, and then no, Nintendo was working with Sony, and then
Well,
and then they moved on to Philips, right? And then they scrapped the entire thing altogether, and Sony like took the technology that they made for the thing, right? So imagine it's just like Sony's like, hey guys, we're gonna release this Mario game, the game that was the
Mario
best
for the
decision.
PlayStation.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
It's
actually
like
the
it's like that
title.
one meme, like Super Mario for the PS4. I think that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. But it's just called like that's like the title of the game. It's just called Super Mario for the PS4.
Well, it
Like
would be
that's
the
it.
PS5 now.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, no, that's not PS4. But then we have Mario. Then we have Wario for the PS5.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And then we have Luigi for the
X.
PS3.
Well, I
And
mean,
then
due to his color, he'd be on the Xbox.
oh yeah, exactly. Actually, that's true. He'd be on the Xbox. While Luigi would be on like the Virtual Boy.
He would be on the Ouya,
Ah, yes, exactly.
the most successful console, and also Google Stadia as well. He'd get a port
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. The alternate reality. But yeah, maybe. I'm hoping we get a direct because I'm scared they won't do one, and then we'll have to wait until September when they do something. They'll be like, oh, they have enough games, but then it's just like they have nothing. Because that's the thing, right? No, I guess if you look at last year, they had Mario plus Rabbids and Pokemon already scheduled for that time frame anyways, right? Like pretty earlier on. So they didn't really have anything to announce, did they? Actually no, wait, was Splatoon's release date? That was when was that shown?
Oh, for
Yeah, because that would give us an idea. Like, okay, the release date was revealed for Splatoon 3 on April 22nd for September 9. So that was already scheduled really early on. So by looking at this, the fact that they did an April 22nd, they did the release date reveal for Splatoon 3. And Xenoblade 3 also got the date pushed, right? In around that time as well,
Yeah.
I remember. So really, since Pokemon and Mario plus Rabbids were pretty much also the date was also confirmed around that time as well, right?
Yeah.
Or even
Though
earlier, maybe for Pokemon, because it's kind of obvious when they release their games.
though with Mario plus Rabbids, that was around around the time of E3. Even though there wasn't an E3, it was around that time, I believe. Like around June, because that's when Ubisoft usually like shows information about some things.
Yeah, I'm looking to see when they would have announced. It seemed, yeah, June 29 was when they did some of the trailers, it seems. So yeah, maybe that was it. Again, that is Ubisoft, so they're obviously known to do that, but really looking at it, yeah, Bayonetta 3 was also earlier. Oh, actually, no, was it? Let's see, the trailer, when was the release date announced for that?
I keep forgetting that Bayonetta 3 like released. Like I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not really that interested in that, but like I just keep forgetting about it for some reason.
Okay, yeah, mid-July 2022 was when they announced the game's release date. So most of these games probably had the release date like kind of before E3 time. So I feel like Nintendo was like, okay, we don't really need to do much, right? So that's why I'm thinking at this point, since there are no major games, no Pokemon, no nothing for the end of this holiday, no Zelda, because remember, if Zelda was scheduled for later this year, that would obviously be a main thing, right? But since they don't have that, we probably could see a direct in next month.
Yeah, though there were like rumors that a direct won't happen.
Then what does Nintendo do? Do they just not do anything?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird.
Like, I mean, like this Pikmin 4, which, you know, I'm excited, but that, again, that has its release date set for that time. And, you know, they might do a trailer for that, but that feels like a similar thing like Paper Mario the Origami King released around that time anyways. And even, actually, no. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, games that released in July. Yeah, I find that weird if they don't do one, because then what would happen, right, is it would be July and we only know about one game, and then, you know, Pikmin 4 releases and then that's it, and then we'd have to wait till September for them to announce the next games, which would probably release in like the next year, unless they like Gato drop or like release them really quickly. So I don't know, I feel like right now Nintendo's at a very weird point where we kind of just don't really know anything. So, yeah, and even like I remember major rumors, right? Like a lot of those ones that were talked about did actually happen. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 did happen.
Yeah, because that was rumored. I remember like throughout
Yeah.
2021. Like I think it even got like leaked through like the recordings for that game and everything. Like there was something like with Melia's voice actress or something.
Yeah. I remember she says something about like, oh, like I think they're making a third one or something, right? And she said something like that, but people weren't sure if that was like for the stuff that she voiced in Future Connected. You know, if that was kind of something that, you know, she kind of misunderstood. That she thought it was like, oh, it's like the next one, right?
Yeah.
So people weren't really sure, but it seems that that wasn't the case. So, so it was that, and even Metro Prime Remaster has been like rumored since the Switch released. So I wouldn't really count that one, but that was one also talking.
Yeah,
about
that was Jeff Grubb just guessing over and over again. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna happen this time.
Honestly,
It's gonna happen this time.
Could have guessed it. Anyone could have guessed that at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
And also,
and,
Metroid Prime 4, we didn't mention that yet. I wonder
actually, if that releases this holiday, that would make sense.
Yeah, because Metroid Prime Remastered came out earlier this year. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. If they were planning on releasing the next Switch console, like next year or something, they wanted to have like one last big game for the Switch that wasn't Zelda or Pikmin. I feel like that would make a lot of sense.
I guess the only problem I see with that is if they don't do an E3, Or no, I mean, no, obviously E3 is not happening. I keep calling it like an E3 Direct, because that it just feels so right.
Yeah.
Reality hasn't kicked in. Yeah, so with a June Direct, it would make sense for them to showcase that game, right? But if it's not, if they're not doing a Direct, what, September, they're gonna be like, hey guys, welcome to the Nintendo Direct. By the way, in a few months from now, here's this game. And just shows everything about it. I know they've done crazier things, like...
Yeah, like Origami King, the reveal of
Yeah.
that game and everything.
But I don't know, I feel like a game like that you'd want to show in like the summer and get people interested and excited about it, but I don't know. I know Nintendo doesn't like doing like long waits anymore, but I mean that isn't really long, is it?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, like revealing like Metroid Prime 4 as just like a regular like drop during the middle of the summer, that feels like something Nintendo would definitely do. Like I could definitely see them doing that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is there any other games that they've like announced but we don't like really know anything about yet? I know like one potential one.
I mean,
I know one potential like scheduled game that could possibly like one like that would kind of go within the series release schedule, but new Paper Mario game for next year makes a lot of sense.
yes. I know there's that rumor about Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remaster, but like
If
that sounds
they
like too good to be true. But
if they
I don't know.
continue to do GameCube remasters, I guess that would kind of make sense.
It would make sense, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess because, like, what else? Like, F-Zero GX, like, apparently that's a rumor that they're doing that.
Yeah,
Which would be a great idea.
Yeah, honestly, if they don't do the Switch 2 this year, I have a feeling that they're probably gonna do like the GameCube remaster thing. Like just if they don't like only if they don't do like a Switch 2 or like any like actually if they do, I feel like there's probably gonna be like a couple fairly big games and possibly like the GameCube remasters could like fill up the rest of the year. Like yeah,
because like everything has been ports and remakes except for Zelda and Pikmin 4, right? Like,
yeah, and also
plus 2, but again,
also
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 well.
Fire Emblem was new.
Actually, yeah.
Also,
yeah,
I would.
There was also some DLCs and things too. Like,
Also,
did you I was gonna say, did you finish Xenoblade?
Not yet. I haven't.
Dream.
I'm almost finished with the DLC for that, but I still have to. I'm still like I'm still like in the. I feel like I'm fairly close to it. Only like a few more hours, but like, yeah, I'm not too far from beating it. But yeah. Can you read some of the chat?
Sure. Let's see. What if the Nintendo Direct, I guess like the February when we had, what if it had Mario Sluggers, and it was an unfinished mess?
Oh, that would be a whole mess again. But the beach would have to make a video about that. Then I would have been pretty disappointed too, because I mean, I know I was excited about Strikers, but I thought like since Next Level was developing it, I thought it wouldn't end up like the other sports games on Switch. But I was wrong about that.
What
but
if the game releases, but you have to like get the DLC that contains like the actual like, you know, like the bats so you can play the game, you know? I think that'd be a great idea. And then like,
yeah.
but you have to like pay every time, you know?
Yeah.
You have to get like a refill. You have to wait some time, you know? I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
But I think Nintendo should add that feature.
They should charge like $5.99 for every character and just have 5 characters in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and then like the skins, you know, they could make them, you know, pretty rare, you know, and highly priced. I think that'd be also nice.
Yeah. And now, not only Daisy won't be in the game at launch, but they're also gonna save
Mario.
Yeah, they're gonna save Mario, like Mario Kart Tour, but this time it's actually like a console game that they're keeping Mario out of at launch.
I remember that. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't even.
He should have been like the default character.
Exactly, because then like if everyone has the character, then it's not like that big of a deal, right? But if like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's like they tried to make Mario. Literally, his name is on the title. Like usually Mario's like the most like mid-tier character, anyways. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Yeah, that was definitely really interesting, wasn't it, when that game released? Although it's gotten better, to be honest. They made a lot of improvements.
Yeah, and I feel like Mario Kart Tour is actually a pretty fun game.
Yeah, for sure. It's a pretty worthy Mario Kart game. Let's see. If Jeff Grubb said that Thousand Year Door is gonna be your master, it's gonna be right. Remember?
Oh yeah, since
Yeah.
Jeff Grubb said it, yeah, he's pretty
Exactly.
he's pretty credible.
Yeah, there's like some YouTubers that are just like new Nintendo Switch because this random guy said it. This new Nintendo Switch because someone else said it. It's just like, oh.
I feel like there's like with I feel like a lot of Nintendo YouTubers lately have been making like well, with Tears of the Kingdom, it's like every little thing said about the game, they make like a whole video about it.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's like someone said the game was slightly average.
oh, there's a
average.
there's a like a day one update. Oh, there's like yeah, it's funny.
It was a patch and it fixed one tree.
I know
I've been insane.
I know I've been kind of making more content about Tears of the Kingdom, but I've been kind of adapting it to my channel format, like where it's actually about different things, like the question block series, like where people like answer the questions that I ask each week. So it's actually kind of like an interesting series that I have where I Jack Attack Gaming has participated in it before, but I basically ask questions each week and then kind of respond to the answers in the videos. I kind of like that format.
Yeah.
But and then also like with other things too. But yeah, I feel like certain YouTubers, they've just been going it's been kind of weird with how they were covering Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, I know the game is pretty much the most like popular thing right now, so obviously people are gonna do videos about it, but some of them are just like, oh no, this guy said that the game, there's like some video that popped up, it was like the game is like trash or something. There was like a bunch of videos like that, and
was it one of those bait videos where it's like,
yeah,
it's like I think one of them is like, I forgot what it was called. It was like something, it was like this, it was like this one channel that like trolls all the time and says like every new game is bad.
No, it wasn't that channel. It was like some other random guy, and he was just like, I didn't really watch the video because I just saw like most of it was just dislikes, so I was like, but yeah, that is there's just some videos recently of like, oh my gosh, the new Switch, or oh no, the performance is like, it's good but it's not a like 60 FPS. You know, it's like weird complaints just because,
yeah,
why not? You know, or about like, you know, leaking the game. Obviously the game's out there, and I haven't looked at anything of it, and you know, some people have been like putting stuff, but it is funny because some people are complaining like, oh my goodness, I streamed the game and Nintendo like they stopped the stream. I'm like, I wonder why. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Just, you know.
Yeah. You know, there's been one thing that I was kind of that I've kind of been worried about lately, because with Nintendo, do you know how like Tears of the Kingdom leaked like over a week early?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of worried that's gonna lead to Nintendo like stopping or like doing less physical copies of games.
I don't know. I feel like the amount of money they make from physical far outweighs that fact.
Though,
you know,
I mean, to be fair, Nintendo does a lot of things that don't make sense, so I'm just kind of worried that, like, just because of
haven't
like,
games always but like haven't games always kind of leaked a bit. Like,
Yeah, but I feel like Nintendo's been like extra strict about it this time.
yeah, I mean, I guess with yeah, I don't know. I mean, like Smash Bros. That leaked like 2 weeks before, didn't it? And didn't Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Oh yeah, I think yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it's not like totally uncommon. I don't think Nintendo would ever like kind of give up the physical stuff because they know it does well, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely like possible, um, but I'm not sure. I feel like Nintendo, they know the physical stuff sells pretty well and makes up a lot of their sales. So I don't know. I mean, I prefer physical all the way. So, but of course, you know, with leaked games. I mean, if they really want to solve this problem with leaked games, you know what they can just do? They can just make it so that way, if you try to put the game in your Switch, it just won't work until the date.
Yeah, unless
They
you
can
have
do
like some kind
that.
of code, like review, unless you have some kind of like review key or something.
Well, I guess it's just like the supply chain, right? Gets out.
Yeah,
I
or just
guess
not, yeah, or like,
like they can give digital copies to the reviewers and then have the physical stuff either released later. Like I feel like they could print them later instead, or like they did for Metroid Prime Remastered, or which is probably a better solution. What I would probably think they should do is just kind of make it so that way. Well, I know it's kind of like DRM. People don't like that either, but like, I would maybe do it so that way. Like there's some kind of like time on it where it's like, oh, now the game officially releases and it is like playable. But I know some people wouldn't like that either because then it's like they're making the game like, I don't know, something like that could probably work. I feel like with a problem like this, people are gonna still try to crack the game anyways
can
and
you,
get it working. So I
oh,
feel like there's really no way to fix it.
can you read the chat a little more because I'm been paying attention to the game.
Yeah. Let's see. Why does Anton sound British? Isn't he Canadian?
You don't
I
sound
guess.
British. No, I
I
was.
guess not. I mean, I know like Canadians have like a less U.S. like accent. I guess. I mean,
I mean,
I don't know.
I'd say your accent sounds closer to U.S. than British.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
yeah,
Like
but
I
like,
like talk like, hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Xenoblade Chronicles.
though, you know what?
DLC.
You know, I know there are a lot of YouTubers who do have a British accent who have a similar kind of tone to their voice as you, so I can kind of see where Jack Attack Gaming is coming from. Though if you said that I sound like or if I sound like Andre from Game Explain,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd probably because I feel like I get yeah.
Like I can do like, guys, don't forget to go down into the subscribe button box and make sure you click it now to win a free iPhone and iPhone 13. You know, like I remember like those, like the Morgs era video, where they were like just those. That was a dark timeline.
Yeah.
That was the dark timeline. It's like.
Yeah, yeah, I could I think there is like I know there's this one, I think there's like a couple like um tutorial YouTubers that I know who have like a somewhat similar voice to you but like have like a slightly different accent. I don't know.
Like, hey guys, in this tutorial, no, hello guys, in this tutorial, I will show you how to download free RAM. This is an extremely useful tool, and it will be really important. So make sure to download the link in the description. Actually, speaking of like these weird scams, I think I got like this email, right? And like, have you heard about those scams going around, right? That are like, they'll basically
Yeah.
ask you to like right? Obviously, I knew what it was, but like, yeah, I got one of them, and it was all like, oh, actually, there's a few weird ones I got. One of them was a bit odd, and it was basically like, it was like, we can help you make more videos or something from like some random person. They're like, and then like these like people, they'll like try to reach out multiple times, and they'll be like, oh my goodness, like why didn't you say? But they won't say your name or anything. They'll just like say these like, really like basic things out of context, and it makes no sense. But yeah, I think I got one. It was like, it was all like, it was, yeah, Express VPN online marketing, and they're like, click on this link, but like, yeah, they're like, oh, click on this link and the password, I guess, to like open up the file, right? But obviously, what that would do, right, is from those videos, what it would do is basically that it would take the stuff that's on your like cache inside your browser and take all the passwords and get into everything, right? So that's what happens with that. I remember when, you know, when these channels get hacked, that's always what happens. It's always the case.
Yeah.
And it's always funny because sometimes these people, right, from like sometimes these YouTubers, right? Like I remember, like I think it was Nathaniel Bandy or something when he got hacked. He's kind of just like, I don't know what happened. It just kind of happened, and I'm just like, it doesn't just kind of happen.
Yeah, it's
like it happens because you did something, right? And obviously, he probably clicked on something like that, right? It doesn't just that doesn't happen where it happens from nowhere. There's usually a way in, right? So obviously that's like one of the easy ways in that people are able to get access, right? But there's like a lot of YouTubers that get hacked and they're like, oh, I don't know what happened. It was really random, and it's just like, no. There's a reason why that happened, right? So, yeah, that's kind of what ends up going on, and it's a bit weird. So
Okay.
yeah. So that's what they'll try to do.
You know, when I still use Twitter, I feel like there are a lot of like people like a lot of hacked accounts on there. I was getting in DMs.
That place got like,
yeah, because you know that
bad,
one.
But it got bad. It got worse.
Yeah, do you know that one thing where it's like there's someone who you're following? They send like an Instagram link with your username, your Twitter username on there.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get like they'll add you to like a group. Like, have you had?
No, I haven't had that. I've had one. I've just had one where it like they send you like an Instagram link with like your username. I don't know what that was about. Maybe they're trying to click on it. Like they're like, "Ooh, I found your Instagram account." I think that's why. I think that's the point of that one hack, or that like one thing that they're doing there. They're trying to get people to click on that Instagram link. But people keep clicking on it. Like I've gotten a ton of people that I'm following, or like a ton of like mutuals and things, like actually like click on that. So it's.
Yeah, I remember I got some weird stuff on Twitter. Like they wanted me to promote some NFT game, and I'm like, well, no.
What? Wait, were they actually like?
It was like some Marvel NFT thing or something. I don't think it was real, or like I don't think it was licensed because it was just kind of weird. But they're like, "Oh, can you promote this for us?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Anton Retro NFTs.
Exactly.
Your third channel, or how many channels do you have?
Well, I have 2.
Okay, so yeah, your third channel, Anton Retro NFTs.
Yeah, that's also in the dark timeline. We also don't speak about that.
It's where it's where I make a video about how much it's in the same timeline where I'm like, right,
It teaches us like how far NFTs have fallen. You know, each day it's just like, and NFTs are like 10% less popular than it was a day ago. Those came and went. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're that the metaverse thing kind of died too.
honestly, like pretty much what really destroyed all that stuff was AI. Like
Yeah.
after like ChatGPT, actually it first started with the image generation. That's where I noticed that we started to kind of move away from it. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that stuff isn't really um a thing anymore that people are talking about. Now we're kind of moving on to way more interesting stuff that actually is useful, you know?
Yeah.
Because the metaverse and the NFTs aren't exactly
Yeah,
very
and
useful.
I feel like the metaverse thing kind of like cuz or actually not AI, but like VR is actually interesting. Like it's actually an
Yeah.
interesting technology, but I feel like metaverse was kind of using it in the wrong way. Like
Yeah, and also like,
it was
what
trying to
was
like
Facebook doing with all that money that they were using? Like they were using billions of dollars to do nothing. Is
yeah,
how
it
it
was so
felt.
weird.
Like what are they doing with that money? Like with other studios, with like a few like maybe a few you know, maybe like $1 million, we could probably make something really cool or cool system or something, right? Like with a cool game, right? They could use that money to make a really cool and um VR game or like a VR operating system or something, you know? But instead, like Facebook's using like $9 billion to do nothing or make legs or whatever they're doing. Like, I don't know. And apparently the legs weren't even real or anything like that.
So yeah,
So yeah.
now
Oh yeah.
I'm
By the way, tomorrow the Fall Guys Creative launches,
hmm.
so I'm just gonna check it out
Yeah,
because
I
I feel
haven't
like that
played
will add so much
I
to the
haven't
game.
I haven't played Fall Guys in a while, but I have it downloaded
Yeah.
on my PC, so I might have to check that out. But
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with the creative thing because I think that could be really fun.
actually, before I play the mini games, I'm just gonna go ahead and go into the game. I think you go in the game to like unlock the some of the mini games. I hate how it's called MetaQuest instead of Oculus. Hopefully they'll change it back at
Yeah.
some point because that whole metaverse thing is just tanking. So I feel like they might change it back to like Oculus at some point.
Yeah, they really tried to make that catch on, and
Did I tell you that I actually have a VR headset? I have an Oculus Rift
yeah, I think
S.
so. That's cool. Yeah, and I've never really used like proper VR before, so I don't really know too much when it comes to that stuff. I do want to try it though. Um, although I know a lot of people like end up selling theirs. Kind of weird. Like most people like they play it for a bit and then that's it.
Oh, I think I
So
remember how you unlock them. Yeah, you have to get the keys. Or you have to catch like the MIPS to get it, I think. Yeah, I think I remember that now. But yeah, 64 DS is so nostalgic. Reese, if you have hair, ears, and fingers, you can read this. When you said finger, I just thought of the kid named Finger meme, like with Mike from Breaking Bad. Oh, there they are. I've I'm have you watched Breaking Bad?
I actually haven't.
Oh, you need to watch Breaking Bad at some point. It's really good. It's one of my favorite shows of all time now.
Yeah, no, everyone has watched that.
Right now I'm on
Uh,
season 5 and I'm really enjoying it.
yeah, yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about it. Jack Tex Gaming said, "Hey, did you know Warner Brothers and Discovery merged, and now half of the Cartoon Network shows are gone because who needs regular show when you can watch Velma?" Yeah, I am really sad. Like a lot of stuff they canceled. Like I'm hoping that we'll actually get like a lot more interesting shows and stuff. Because I feel like right now animation also is in a really bad state. Like I feel like
Yeah.
gaming and animation, like they're in a kind of a not the greatest state right now. So many games I've noticed recently that are like these like bigger players, right? Have launched buggy, broken, or terrible
Oh
reviews, or
yeah,
not enough content.
especially
Like,
PC games.
yeah, I don't understand what's going on. There's been so many games recently where it's like, oh, the game is like really buggy or it's running terribly. And I'm just like, did we have this problem like 5 years ago? Not really. Like we didn't have this problem where games were running like really broken and that's the thing, like, and then companies want to be like, oh, okay, let's move on to the PS6 and the PS7 and PS8, and then the games still run
Yeah.
bad. And it's like, well, it's clearly not a problem with the console. It's a problem with the engine that you're using, or it's a problem with the, the amount of like the textures and the graphics and trying to make things more realistic, right? And more like graphically impressive.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, Nintendo, like, and then these games end up getting really poor reviews, right? Because of that. And it just seems like, the best graphics can't save a game.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk now about the mini games in Super Mario 64 DS. These are really nostalgic. I remember playing these a lot on like trips and long car rides as a kid. Because the mini games, there's actually a great mini game selection here. I would say it's probably one of my favorite mini game collections. Like I mean, even though the mini games are kind of different than how they are in Mario Party, I feel like it's kind of comparable to Mario Party in the sense where there's like a lot of like really fun and high quality mini games here.
Yeah,
But,
aren't they the same as the ones in uh, Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. DS?
yeah, they share. Yeah, I think they share most of the same mini games, but there are a few exclusive ones in New Super Mario Bros. And then also a few exclusive ones here. But yeah, they're from both 64 DS and New Super Mario Bros. Like, there's a lot of really nostalgic mini games here.
Yeah,
I
mini
might
games are fun.
I might go into New Super Mario Bros. In a second and play some of the ones that I have there because I've like some of the ones that I have unlocked in New Super Mario Bros. I don't have unlocked in 64 DS yet. So
Yeah. Yes, I don't know what's going on though. I hope that, like, that's something I find funny, right? Nintendo is able to make really good games on really weak hardware. Even with the Switch, they're able to make great stuff. So the fact is that, a lot of companies want to make games. They want to make the hardware even more powerful, but they can't either take advantage of the hardware, or their games are not even that great to even, or like they put so much development time into making the systems that make up the game instead of the game and the content itself, right? And I think that's something that hopefully I hope the video game industry will eventually kind of learn this, because it's like, good graphics and powerful systems don't make good games, you know. So I find that a lot recently what's been going on. So yeah, because it's kind of weird. So many games have been launching in terrible states. Again, though, you do have obviously Pokemon Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that isn't in the best state either. But
yeah,
again, that is probably more to do with development time.
yeah. With Pokemon, I feel like it's kind of a different story there, to where like it's under like Pokemon, like especially over the past few years have been like on a very strict deadline, because there's also the anime, the trading cards, and also the merchandise. So yeah, that's always been under like a strict deadline there. But also I just realized recently that I found my like my Wii U stylus. I thought I lost it, but it was actually on the back of the Wii U the whole time, and for some reason I thought I lost it and I never thought about having it. So yeah, that was kind of funny there, but I'm not gonna play the wanted one because that's gonna take way too long. Because the last time I played Mario 64 DS on stream, like I was playing that one mini game and it took forever for me to like finish.
Mm-hmm. You know, have you ever like gone on you know, Facebook Marketplace, right? It's like I went on there recently, right? And you know what I saw? I
What?
saw someone selling their YouTube play button.
What?
And yes, and it's like legit and stuff. Because I saw like the channel, and it's like 100K like subscriber button, right? But it's like they're selling it, but it's weird because it has their like channel name on it.
Yeah, why would they
And
do
it's
that?
so weird. I don't know. I really don't know.
How much are they selling it for?
It was like $1,200.
Yeah, just selling this random YouTuber's play button just with the random
Yes,
YouTuber name.
like-
That's just so. Like, what's the
It was
point?
And the channel, I looked at the channel, like it's like it has 100,000 subscribers, like 100,000 plus subscribers, but for some reason there's like no content, and it's like a secondary channel to this other guy's like main channel, but all the content's gone from the channel. So I'm like, did the guy just like say, oh yeah, my second channel, I'm not gonna keep these videos, I'm not gonna do anything with it, so that way just it exists? Like, couldn't you just, you know, not just have the videos on there if they're gonna make you some money anyways? And I don't know, I found it really suspicious. Like, something is going on here, because like it's either the channel was like, I don't know, because the channel doesn't seem like some random thing anyways. Like, remember those bot channels
Yeah.
from a few years ago? It wasn't that clearly, because the guy actually had content on his other channel, and it was actually like an actual channel with content and stuff.
So
But,
wait,
like,
how did the other channel have like over 100,000? Did it have like content that was deleted?
It must have had. It must have. That's what I think. Maybe there's a weird circumstance where the channel was hacked, and then. But then why would you want to sell your play button after having all of that?
Yeah,
Like,
that's so weird. Like,
the
who would
channel
buy
still
that?
exists.
Like,
That's the thing too. Like, okay, you're gonna sell it. Who's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna. Buy
yeah,
this
I'm a
button."
fan of this very random channel to where I'd buy this play. Like, what's the point? Like, why would you buy
it's like-
that?
Unless like you're selling the channel, but then again, like it has your channel's name on it, which doesn't make sense unless you like scrub it out and put yours on it.
Yeah.
But like that'd be weird too, because like if you end up actually getting the button, then it's like if you end up getting the button, then you have like this other fake button, but it's another. I don't know. I just found it so weird. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point of that? Like, I see the picture. I'll send it to you. I just thought it was kind of bizarre. I'm like, there's no way this is actually like a thing, but it is. And like, that it was weird. I've seen weird stuff on there as well. Like, that one was selling. Actually, I want to find it.
Can you read the chat? Because I'm kind of paying attention to the mini games.
See. Mr. Observer said hello. Welcome to the stream. See, I'll send you this other Facebook marketplace one as well. Some wild stuff on there. You see? Yeah. Crazy. Like, it's so weird. Like, why would you want to sell this?
I saw the Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah. I was on there. I was like,
it's the fact that it's $69.
exactly. I'm just like, rare. It's just insane. So there was that, and then the play button. Like, why? And it even doesn't say play button. It says 100K subscribers, silver YouTube shield. What, is it like a shield? Like, it can use it, like, as, like, to block things? Like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, unless, like, you were selling the channels, but like, it was just such a bizarre thing. Like, I'm sure it's still on there. Like, let's see, I'm pretty sure, because, like, who's gonna buy that? That's weird. Let's see, yes, let's see. Maybe it's gone, because, like, that, I found, like, because, like, and that's the thing, too, you might be like, oh, maybe someone just put it on there for a troll, but, like, the person's name is the actual person's name of the channel. So it is like the person. Because I looked at the channel, right? And the guy's like, "Hello, my name is the person who's actually selling it." So I'm just like, so it's not fake either. It's like, it's really odd. Like, see, I'm trying to find it. Maybe it's gone. I don't know. It was really weird. It caught me so off guard. Because I'm like, of all the things, like, unless you're like that desperate for money, but like, I mean, if your channel has that many subscribers, you could at least do something with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I found it like the most odd thing ever. Like, what is the point of doing that?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and play the new Super Mario Bros. Mini games now. I wish there was a way where you could play the Mario versus Luigi mode online, like some kind of thing that allowed that. But at least there's the fan game, which is a very similar experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of games on my Wii U ever since I've modded it and everything. Like, I put Partners in Time on there. Yeah, Partners in Time, Mario Kart DS, Donkey Kong 64, even though I actually do have a physical copy of that. I also have, like, that on there. But okay, let's go to mini games. I really like the music in this menu here.
Yeah. The Wii U menu is definitely really cool.
Okay, I'm gonna change the layout. There we go. Reese's Andre of Game Explain gonna appear tonight? Why, yes. In fact, he's here now. Hey, I'm Andre from Game Explain. Hey, Andre from Game Explain. How's it going? Good. I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I've been making sure to pay my employees. Okay, how much have you been paying your employees? I think about 10 cents this month. Yeah, I think that's a good amount. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you, Andre, for joining this stream. So yeah, Andre was there.
Yeah, he made a pretty short appearance.
Yeah.
He has some busy stuff to attend to, you know?
But now I'm playing the mini games on New Super Mario Bros., which are similar, and I have some unlocked here that weren't in my version of Super Mario 64 DS. This one's pretty fun. I played this one a lot as a kid. This is like the opposite of Monty's Revenge from Mario Party 7.
Oh yeah.
Was that in Superstars?
I think so. Or I think it was. Yeah, it must have been, because I don't remember a game like that in the other one. In a Super Mario Party.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Superstars then. I know those names are so similar. Mario Party Superstars and
Super Mario Party.
Party.
Like, that's so weird. Like, I feel like it would have been better if they called it, like, Mario Party Classics or something.
Mario Party The Top 100.
2.
Exactly, like, honestly, honestly, they should have just not made the Top 100 and just made the Top 100 that instead.
Yeah.
But then again, the Top 100 has 100 of all games.
And I feel like the Top 100
has a lot of the classic ones.
And I feel like the Top 100 is kind of a weird title too.
Wait,
okay.
Does,
I have to blow into the mic for this one.
Does Super Mario Party
Okay, does talking work? Okay, this one works weirdly with the Wii U mic. I guess I'll play it another time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one's one of my favorites. Sort or Explode. I actually okay, I remade another the bomb mini game in Game Builder Garage. Not this
Actually,
one.
this is literally the top 100. It is the game has like I thought it was only the first like the GameCube and N64 games to have many games, but it's all of them.
Yeah.
So why wasn't this just called the top 100 instead? Since it has 100 classic mini games. That's a bit weird then, isn't
Though
it?
I feel like the top 100's a weird title because like with the top 100 that was like only mini games. With Superstars it actually has the boards too. So I feel like it would have been better if they
Yeah.
called it like Mario Party Classic or something.
Yeah. Pretty weird.
This mini game's kind of stressful. Oh yeah, yeah. I actually did make stuff on Game Builder Garage. I think the last thing I made, um, was a remake of the it was a remake of the one of the mini games from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Oh, the gamepad lost connection for some reason. Wait, why did the Wii U shut off?
Oh no.
The Wii U just randomly shut off for some reason. That was weird.
Hopefully it turns back on again. And it's not like one of those like Wii U's that get destroyed. Have you heard about
No, it's
that?
working. Oh yeah, I heard about
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I've actually made a bunch of games in Game Builder Garage around the time it came out, and then also in like I think I made a couple in 2022 as well. But yeah, I remade one of the mini games from New Super Mario Bros. DS, as well as the one from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Reese, when you were a kid, did you still sound like Andre? Yeah. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. I didn't. If you see my older videos, my voice is like much higher than it is now, and I guess you could say the same about your older videos, Anton.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. Um, it's kind of funny seeing like the Wii U menu without like the Miiverse things. It's kind of barren now. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching the stream. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server if you want to. Goodbye.
See ya.
Sorry, Jeff.